Okay, so as we're coming towards the end of the Win the Week program, there's just a couple more things I want to touch on, and it's self-care. So I'm a huge advocate of fitness and health. I think I've kind of always lived that way. I've always been very sporty as a child, and that's kind of stayed with me. So I enjoy the competition, but as I'm getting older, and as your body starts to ache a bit more, and you start to be more aware of diseases and Alzheimer's and other things like that can affect you. You really start to, I think, take care of your body, or you should be anyway, because I see so many successful business people who are burnt out. They're overweight, and they've got no family life because they're constantly in their business, but they're just destined for a heart attack early doors. Just the way that they're going about their lives. It's not one size rule fits all, but for me, I think the healthier you can be, the more you can empower yourself and the better results that you get. So self-care is really important. Now, I see this in a few forms. So one is fitness, 2 is diet, 3 is, treats. So, whether it's massages, spa days, manicures, pedicures, whatever you're into, just something that will relax you. This is why I do meditation. It just gets me, out of the world for 10 minutes every single day, just, inside myself and just thinking about things. But I also like to get massages on the diary. I also like to have, time playing tennis. I like time going to the gym. I like going for walks with the kids. Just self-care is really, really, really important. And for me, it's one of the overlooked pieces of the puzzle that is, no one really talks about it in most of these sort of, productivity programs. But for me, it's one of the most productive things you can do, because if you can get yourself fit and healthy, then, you sleep better, you can work better, you're more focused, and it really sort of frustrates me that people will not take care of them, most important asset. They'll buy property, they'll chuck, tens of thousands of pounds into property, they'll chuck tens of thousands of pounds into stocks and shares, invest in assets, but they won't invest in themselves. They chuck burgers down the neck. And I'm not saying don't do this. I like a beer every now and then, I like a cheeseburger every now and then, so, but it's about, moderating it and keeping it to the levels that still empower you to work. As long as 85-90% of the time you're eating clean and healthy, you're training, etc., then you're going to be fine. You've got to also have a nice life, you've got to be happy, you've got to have a balance, and you've got to find what works for you. But people that just don't treat their body as an asset, you can build the best business in the world, but if your heart blows up at 45, then it's irrelevant. You're not going to be here for your kids, for that legacy you wanted to build them, so really think about what you're doing. And you want to also look at, like I touched on it before, like cleansing tasks. So for me, it's a green smoothie. Have a green smoothie every day. It just cleanses the system. It makes you feel more alive. And, it's something that I've been doing now for probably 4 or 5 years. And whenever I have breaks from it, things like, I might go on a ski holiday and not have the ability to, get a green smoothie made every day or whatever it might be. I can certainly feel the difference now. So it's really important to cleanse your body as much as you can. There's loads of different things out there. You don't have to do green smoothies, but that's my choice. There's herbal teas, there's all sorts of, drops that you can buy and things like that. You've got to kind of just test this stuff and work and see what works for your body. But the main thing is that you're just constantly focused on self-care, health and cleansing. And, and when with your mind as well, I've talked about the meditation. That is part of my cleansing process, is to meditate. So, it just really gets me in a state of mind when I can just come away from everything, and just like anything. I finish these sessions, I'm much less stressed, I'm ready to focus again, and I go back at it, So really important, start looking after yourself, and you will see better results in not only your businesses, not only your careers, but also in your life. If you can, show up with your kids, if you can go run a football field with them for an hour and a half, if you can, go around the golf course with them, get on the tennis court, go to dance classes with them and get involved, whatever it might be, you are showing up so much more powerful than, the 25 stone overweight dad that can't run 100 yards. It all has knock-on effects, and everything that we're doing here is to try and have the right knock-on effects to empower yourself, create better life for you, create a better life for your wider family, and ultimately have, more success in your life and more success in your businesses.